All right, Joshua 13, let's call this one Fumes. We're heading into the Thanksgiving season, and there are a lot of folks who can feel like they are running on fumes. And that seems so fit for this section of passages, which is dealing with the time at which God is going to give Joshua some straight talk, much like he gave Moses. It's going to be a little bit more gentle, though. He told Moses straight away, you're about to die. He's going to tell Joshua, you are old. And as we mentioned in the last chapter, there's still a lot of land left to be captured. And so God is going to give him some relief in this chapter where it's going to go on to describe, much like we saw in the previous chapter, the victories that Moses won on the east side of the Jordan River in comparison to the victories that Joshua won on the west side of the Jordan River. This chapter is going to go on to describe the allotment of land from Moses' victories, understanding that he defeated the two kings, Sihon and Og. Sihon's territory is going to be divided between the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad. And the half tribe of Manasseh is going to settle the land taken from King Og. But going back to the beginning of the chapter, in many ways seeming to acknowledge the way in which we've heard it described before, that Joshua spent a long time in war. This time God is going to say, at least for the next foreseeable period of time, he is going to clear the land for them. And so in many ways, understanding that whole concept of fumes seems so appropriate for so many folks I've been talking to who are trying to make it to the holidays to get some relief. This is a chapter in which God is going to give Joshua relief in view of all of the war that he has seen and all of the years that he has spent in service to God. God's going to take it from here and simply tell him to allot the land. And so to the degree you are one of those folks who are running on fumes into this holiday season, my prayer for you is that God grant you relief, but especially insofar as you are spent in the service of other people, and even more so to the degree that you are spent in the service of other people on behalf of God. Why? Because Joshua is going to be allotting land through at least chapter 19. And the one thing that we're going to notice at the end is he gets his apportionment last. And so he's spending all of these chapters and all of this time living in a temporary place, carving out a place of permanent inheritance for everybody else in the nation, except for himself and Eliezer, the priest that serves with him. So understand, to the degree that you are poured out for other people, much like God is granting relief to Joshua in a time when I'm sure he needed it, my prayer for you is that God likewise give you relief during this holiday season at a time when I'm sure likewise you could use it too.